Yeah. Yes. Yes. How's the audio, everybody? Mic test. Audio? Everybody, is the audio okay? It's still early. We are not gonna start yet. Okay, we will start at 5 o'clock. Okay, Cheryl noted. Hi, WL. Good to see you. Yeah, first comment from you again. The leash. Oh, hello. Doing P5 math, okay? From 5 to 6 o'clock. 旺仔, you're asking what time is the Kahoot, is it? Is there Kahoot? Kahoot will not be for math this week. Yeah, for not for math, okay? So why is it not for math this week? Because we take turns amongst the subjects, okay? So it's not math's turn to have Kahoot. Yeah. Okay, so from 5 to 7 p.m. it will be P5 and P6 math. Okay, then after that at 7 p.m. it will be science. Okay, so yes, there is Kahoot for science today. Yeah, so if you are waiting for the Kahoot, that will be 7 p.m. onwards. So it will likely be at the end of the live. Okay, so around 7:50, I think that will be when the Kahoot will be. Okay. Cinderlish, when is P5 math? It is now. Okay, so we will start in 3 minutes for P5 math. P6 math will be at 6 o'clock. Oh, Capybara lover, are you sure you're going to watch all 3 hours of the live? Really? You're gonna watch from 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock, is it today? Oh wow. Okay, okay. Okay, so then hopefully I'll see your comments throughout the live, okay? Cinderlish, do you do the worksheet? Yes, you should do the worksheet beforehand. Mm. Download the worksheet in our TikTok live, in our TikTok bio. Okay. Oh, Josephine, thank you for the compliment. Thanks for joining also. Yeah, you always join us on Fridays, right? Yeah, so now it will become on Wednesdays, okay? Once every 2 weeks, then we will have our math TikTok live, our primary math. Next Wednesday, I won't see y'all. I'll see y'all next Wednesdays. Every alternate Wednesday. Josephine, I will be working. Yeah. In the list, do I teach in A grader? Yes, yeah, I do, of course. So we have not started the live yet. Mm. Pibara lover, yeah, usually our live is a Friday night, okay, but we have changed our schedule already. So it will be Wednesdays, okay, from now on. Okay, Cinderlish, your teacher is Mr. Wee, is it? Oh, okay. User 745, is that Kahoot? For science. Yeah, okay, not for math, unfortunately. Okay, Capybara lover, usually you are busy on Friday. Okay. Yeah, but now that we changed our live schedule to Wednesday, I think you can join us, right? Josephine, yes, I do teach some physical classes. Not many though. Okay, WL, yeah, you can just join us on Wednesday lah. Yeah, Thursday we do have live sometimes, but if you're busy, then you can just join us on Wednesday, okay? And yes, okay, hopefully you can beat the new record for the likes, is it? Kahoot is not during math, okay? Kahoot will be during science. So Josephine, for physical class, we have classes from kindergarten until secondary. Yeah, if you're asking for friends. Yes, we do have kindergarten classes as well. K1, K2 classes. Okay, shall we begin? Let me hide the sticker first, okay? Yeah, so today we're doing P5 Math, semester 1 practice. Look at our first MCQ question. You are asked to find the product of 7 over 6 and 2 thirds. So you guys can try this and then let me know the answer in the chat box. Okay, so WL user 745 Xiao Ning. Okay, yep. The list, your answer is not within one of the options, eh? I don't see your answer as one of the options. Okay, so the keyword product means multiply. So let's multiply these two fractions. Before you multiply, you can check whether it can be cross-cancelled. So 6 and 2, you can cross-cancel. You get 3 and 1. After that, you multiply your top number. So your numerator is 7. Your denominator is 3 times 3, which is 9. Okay, so this will be option 2 as your answer. Yep, okay, so all of you send answer 2. So yes, all of you are correct. Okay, good job if you got it right. Let's look at the next one. Try the next one. What is the value of 11 over 12 plus 3 quarter minus half? So this is a addition and subtraction of fractions question. Those of you who are doing it on the spot, okay, you can take some time to try it out. Josephine, zoom it in, is it? Okay, zoom it in slightly. So other than WL, the rest of you have answers? What are your answers? Okay, user 745 noted your answer. Chitra, okay. Roman, okay, yep. Okay, so seems like most of you have the same answer. Yep, Capybara Lover and Yan Zhang, same answer as well. Okay, let's go through this. So when I want to add or subtract fractions, I want to make sure that the denominator is the same. So I will change all the denominator to 12. Okay, so for my second fraction, I need to times 3. So 3 quarter, you times 3, you get 9 over 12. Then for half, you're going to times 6. So your numerator and denominator, you get 6 over 12. Once you're done with that, then we can do the addition first. You'll get 20 over 12. After that, do your subtraction. You get 14 over 12. So you notice that it's not the final answer yet because you can simplify. We're going to divide by 2 to simplify this. You'll get 7 over 6, and then that is your final answer, option 1. Yeah, so all of you got it right. That's good. Josephine, is this kind of question applicable to our life when we grow up next time? Possible, possible. Oh, Wee Chong, hello. Good to see you. Oh, just now was someone asking for question 1. Question 1's answer was number 2, option 2. Okay, for question 1. Oh yeah, it's Justin, right? Yes, Justin. Hello, Justin. Shall we move on to the next one? Question. Read this first. So they said that 5 over 9 of 225 students are girls. So you're supposed to find out how many girls are there. Some time to calculate this. Oh, capybara lover, you're not too sure, is it, for this question? Okay, WL and Wilson noted your answer. User 745. Okay, Luna. All right. Okay, continue sending in your answers and then I'll take a look at your answers in the chat. Hmm? Okay, most of you who are sending in the answers, yeah, is correct. Okay, let's go through this. So 5 over 9 of 225 students. Now 9 units is the denominator. So the denominator refers to the total of 225 students. So you can say that 9 units equals to 225. That's the total. Then you can find 1 unit by dividing by 9. 1 unit will give you 25. And the last step is to find the girls, right? So girls will be 5 units based on the fractions. You can find 5 units by multiplying by 5. So that's how you get the answer 125. This is option 3. So if some of you want to use multiplication of fractions, you can do that as well. I'm using units for this question. But both methods are correct. Up to you, okay? Whichever you prefer. Everybody okay with question 3? Get 4. Number 4 is fairly simple as well. You can read the question. They're asking you what is the value of 105 times 400. I'll give you some time to send in your answers, okay, in the chat box. Okay, last 10 seconds for those who are still attempting this question. Ah, okay. User 745, you send me the working some more. Yeah, excellent. Okay, good. So I'm gonna go through it now. If you want to avoid doing multiplication of a three-digit number for this, what you can do is you can split your 400, split it into 4 times 100. Okay, because 4 times 100 equals to 400, so you can split it like this. So after you split it, then you can use 105 times 4. That will give you 420. After that, when you want to multiply 100, all you need to do is to add the number of zeros behind. So 100 has two zeros, so all you need to do is to add two zeros behind to get the answer. So this will be option 2 as your answer. Okay, so if you use this method, then you'll be less prone to careless mistake. Are you okay with this question? You're talking about gaming in the chat. Oh, very good multitasker. Can watch the live, can do math, but also talk about gaming. Very good at multitasking. Oh, Josephine, I'm not a gamer, so I did not play Audition C. Shall we look at the next question? Number 5. You are given a fraction 3 over 125. Okay, so change it into a decimal. Real not really. I don't. At least you're probably too young to know what audition is. Okay, so the rest of you send in your answers. Okay, not bad. I thought you guys will be tricked by this question, but seems like you guys are doing well. So since I see that the answers are mostly correct, I'm going to go through this. 3 over 125. You want to change it to a decimal. Make sure your denominator is either 10, 100, or 1000. So for this fraction, I can actually change the denominator to 1000 by multiplying by 8. Okay, so you will get 24 over 1000. So if your denominator is 1000, then there's three zeros, right? It means that you should have three decimal place for your decimal. Three zeros means three decimal place. So I'm going to put three decimal place. So this will be 0.024. This is option 1. Yeah, which most of you did get correct. Very good. So some of you, if you are tricked, you might choose option 2, which is 0.24. So far, so good. Yeah, I see that your answers are mostly correct so far. Oh, WL need to copy. Okay, sure. Yeah. I will leave it over here. Okay, WL, you can copy first this question. Justin, you need to wait a while. The rest are still copying. Oh, okay, Justin, because you're rushing for your science lesson later, is it? I see. Oh, then you're very hardworking, huh? You're watching the math live, then later you're going for A grader. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Question 6 over here. In the number line, what is the value represented by A? Try first. Okay, and think of what concept you need to use for this question. Use ruler for this question. It does look like a ruler, but we don't really use a concept called ruler for this question. John, how come you're sending me a dot? Last 10 seconds for those of you who are still trying. Send in your answers. Okay. Segmentation as the concept. Uh, hmm. Okay, well, that's not wrong, but I think it's a bit chim. We can use a simpler term to explain the concept. Okay. Okay, good. So let's go through this. We will use the concept of gaps, okay, for number line. So over here, you can see that there is one line that is longer than the rest, right? So that will be 9 hole. Yeah, so this is 8 hole, 9 hole, and 10 hole. So between 8 hole and 10 hole, you need to count how many gaps are there. Okay, so I'm gonna tick the gaps. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 6 gaps. Yeah, so do not count the lines, count the gaps in between. Okay, so 6 gaps will be equals to 1 because from 8 you go to 9, the difference is 1. From here, you can find out what 1 gap is equals to. Okay, so all you need to do is divide by 6. So 1 divided by 6 is 1 over 6. You get a fraction 1 over 6 for each gap. Now you're trying to find A, right? How do you find A? Starting from 9, you go to the next gap beside it. So it means that A is 9 whole, 1, 6. Okay, so 9 whole, 1, 6. This is option 4 as your answer. Cinderlish, what is segmentation? You don't need to know. It's not really a concept that we're using. Okay, we use the concept of gaps. GAPS, gaps. Okay, so I'll leave it here for, just 10 seconds for those who want to copy the answer. Okay, so our last MCQ, we are going to move on to our short answer question. How's everybody doing today? It's midweek, right? It's a Wednesday. Are you feeling tired from school? Do you have CCA or remedial today? Some of you have remedial. Oh, Yan Zhang, you're feeling good, is it? That's great. I wish I had your energy as well. Justin, you thought the math is on Friday. Yes, you are right. Usually, math is on Friday, but because we had a change in schedule, it will be on Wednesdays from now on. Okay, so Justin, take note, Wednesdays from now on for math. Yes, some of you are having a fasting month. Okay, so it's not easy. Hmm. Yeah, correct, correct. Some of you are fasting. Cinderlish, how come you talk about your Chinese spelling? So funny. Yes, Justin usually is 7 p.m. But because we changed our schedule, so we changed our timing also. it is now 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. for math. Okay, if you're interested. Everybody, let's look at our section B, short answer questions. For question 7, the length of a rectangle is 2 whole 2 over 5 meter. The breadth of the rectangle is 1 whole 1/5 meter less than the length. You're supposed to find the perimeter of this rectangle. Give your answer in the simplest form. Okay, so some of you are asking me about the schedule, is it? Okay, so from 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock, it is P5 math. And then from 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock, it is P6 math. Okay, so it will be P5 math and P6 math back to back. Then after that, 7 o'clock, it will be science. Yes, so today's A grader live will be 3 hours from 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock. I don't know who is going to stay throughout the live. Okay, it will be quite tiring for you if you do. Some of you are planning to stay throughout, is it? Very good. Very good. For for your studies, it's worth it. Oh, okay, because your mother forced you. I see, I see. Okay. Okay, some of you are asking who is the science teacher later, is it? It's teacher Jody for today. Right, so let's go through this. Oh, just now I saw some of one of you mentioned that your first step is to find the breadth, right? That's correct. Let's find the breadth, okay? Now the breadth is less. So if you want to find the breadth, less means you have to minus. So you're going to use 2 over 5 minus 1 1/5 meters to get the breadth. So you just minus your whole number first. 2 whole minus 1 whole, you get 1 whole. And then minus the fraction. 2/5 minus 1/5, you get 1/5. Yeah, so this is the breadth. Then after that, you can find the perimeter. How do you think I should find the perimeter? What is the definition of perimeter of a rectangle? Okay, so yon pi, you did the first step. Okay, yeah, then what's the second step? To find a perimeter. Okay, so Jayling, you're sending me the final answer, all right. Cinderlish perimeter means outline. Yes, you are correct. Yeah. So I'm sure all of you know how a rectangle looks like. If you want to find the perimeter of a rectangle, it is made up of 2 of the length and 2 of the breadth. Yeah, so you just need to add everything together, okay? So I'm going to add 2 of the length. That will be 2 2/5 plus another 2 2/5. Then you can add 2 of the breadth, okay? So that will be plus 1 1/5 plus 1 1/5. Okay, so I'm sure you know how to do this addition. Add the whole number first. So that will be 2 plus 2 plus 1 plus 1. Add up your whole number, you get 6 whole. Then do the same for the fractions, okay? You will get 6 over 5. So from here, please change it to the simplest form, okay? As a mixed number, it will be 7 whole 1/5. So that is your answer. So some of you got it right, I saw. 7 whole 1/5. Josephine, your comments are very funny. So again, I'll leave it here for about 10 seconds for those who want to copy before we move on to the next question, okay? Jaylee have a question, is it? Where's the M1 mark for this question? Yeah, okay, so for this question, it is a 2 mark question. So of course, your answer is going to be worth 1 mark. Where's your method mark? Okay, so here will be your method mark. Get to this step to get your method mark. Okay, other questions? Now we move on. Right, so we do the next one. The next one is a four order of operations question, which you is a new concept that you learn in P5, right? What's the answer for question 8? You guys can try it out. Capybara lover? No, A grader is not in America. We're only in Singapore. Yeah. Okay, Cinderlish says Bodmers. Yes, you are right. Okay, Yon Yon Pai do bracket first. Josephine P5 can use calculator. Yes, but only for problem sums. Your section C. We're still at section B, so you can't use calculator yet. Okay. Okay, oh, we have a question. Capybara lover, is there a divide or a minus sign? Oh, okay, maybe it's a bit small. It's a division sign. Yep. Okay, so yeah, many of you are telling me we need to use Bodmers. That's correct. Yeah, it's a divide sign. Okay, so we have a question. Fork asks what is Bodmers? Okay, Fork, Bodmers is an acronym for you to remember, okay, when you're solving four order of operations question. So B stands for bracket, D and M stands for divide, multiply, A and S stands for addition, subtract. So that's what BODMAS means, okay? It's an acronym. Yeah, those of you who are sending in your answers, okay, good. I've taken a look at it. Capybara lover, are you sure the answer is 33? You want to try again for that? Okay, and Justin says you should always solve from left to right. Yes, you are correct. Okay, so let's do B for bracket first. So everything else, make sure you copy it down exactly the same. So I'm only working on whatever is inside the bracket. So inside your bracket, you have 48 divided by 6. That is 8. Now, once you're done with the things inside the bracket, then you can take away the bracket. So we're done with the bracket. Let's look at division and multiplication. So the next one is a multiplication. I'm going to do 3 times 5. Yep, so that's 15. Everything else, make sure you copy it exactly the same. Then we'll do the subtraction. Okay, so that gives you 41 plus 8. And then your final answer after you add is 49. Okay, so most of you got it correct. 49 is the answer. Yes, Capybara lover, you change your answer, right? 49, correct? Yon Yon Pai, you're asking, can you rewatch this live? I don't think so, eh? Yeah, yeah. Let's do a quick time check. It's almost 5:30, right? Yeah. So let's have a break now. Okay, those of you who watch our live every week, you know that there's a break halfway through the live. So we will take a short break, okay? 5 minutes break. Use the restroom if you need to before we continue on, okay? Yes, you can have a toilet break, okay? Or you can go and drink some water, or you can just chit chat in the chat box. Jayling is there, Kahoot? Yes, for science. Likely it will be at the towards the end of the of the life later. So that will be like 7 plus later. 7:50 around there. Yep. Ah, okay. Josephine, you're fasting. I see. Okay, okay. Yeah, so should be soon, right? Okay. Then you can eat and drink soon. Justin, Kahoot is during science later. Yeah. Live, there'll be someone who asked me whether there's Kahoot today. I think I answered that question more than 20 times every live. Is there Kahoot? Is there Kahoot? Okay, but anyway, those of you who are interested in the Kahoot, okay, stay tuned, okay, around 7:50, then it will be the Kahoot. Josephine, don't worry, I'm not angry. It's just amusing that you guys are um so excited for the Kahoot. You're watching our TikTok live at the gym, is it? Oh, okay. Then how are you doing the questions? Unless you've already done the questions beforehand. No, I don't know how you are going to write on treadmill. Okay. Maybe you've done the questions beforehand. So 2 more minutes before we continue with our questions. Phil, I think you are gaming, is it? While you're watching the live? You're playing some game, is it? User 745. Yeah, I think some of them are playing some game. All the terms. Oh, Josephine, how come you asked me such a question? 1 more minute before we continue, okay? Okay. Thanks for the compliment. Yeah, yeah, it is. It is a shiny ring. Yeah. Hey, are you back from your break? Can we continue? Okay, please continue, okay? We have one more section B question, okay? Before we move on to our problem sums. Yeah. So let's look at question 9. 4 times of Aaron's mass is equal to 2/3 of Beatrice's mass. If their difference in mass is 35 kg, what is their total mass? For this question, you can either use fraction or you can draw a model. So I will show you using a model. I think it's easier to visualize, okay, with a model. But first, let's take a look at your answers. Those of you who solved it already, what's your answer for this question? Okay, sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your username. Are you sure 70 is the answer? You want to try again? Yo, some of you are still playing games. Oh, okay. You all send in the answer, multitask. What's the answer for this question? Okay, so like I said, for this question, I will prefer to illustrate it with a model, okay? So, the keyword here is equal, so I'm going to draw two models of equal size first before I split it later on. Okay, so here you have two models of equal size. Okay, then they mentioned that this is actually 4 times of Aaron's mass. So I'm going to split it into 4, okay, for Aaron, split it. Now, however, please remember that Aaron's mass is only one of these small units. So Aaron's mass is not the entire thing, okay? So we are done with Aaron, then let's look at Beatrice. So 4 times of Aaron's mass is equals to 2/3 of Beatrice's mass. So they are referring to 2 units of Beatrice. So for Beatrice, you can split this into 2 units. But Beatrice is supposed to have 3 units, right? So you can add in another 1 more unit for Beatrice, like this. So then you should try to split it to the same size. So for Beatrice, I will further split her units, like this. And for Beatrice, the entire thing is her mass. So actually Beatrice has 6 units. That's her mass. So from here, you should be able to solve already. The question says their difference is 35 kg. So when you compare both of them, their difference is actually 5 units. Cinderlish is 5 units, not 3 units. 5 units is 35. So your 1 unit will be 7. Yeah. So if they're asking you for the total, then they have 7 units in total. Okay, so that's how you get the answer 49. Yep. Some of you did get it correct, 49. Please take note that Aaron is actually only 1 unit, Beatrice is 6 units. So that's why their total is 7 units. Okay, so that is our last section B question, and then we can look at our problem sums next. We have, let me see, 3 problem sums. Anybody still copying question 9? Okay, so if not, let's look at our first problem sum. Oh, okay, wait, Roman, you're copying, is it? Sure. Let me leave it there for you to copy. Those of you who are not copying question 9, what about question 10? What is your answer if you've already done it beforehand? Yeah, Tosophin, that's a coincidence. Yeah, for today's worksheet. Hey, John, how come you send me a dot? Fibara lover, is that your answer for the next question? Okay, so some of you are sending in 335336. Is that your answer for the next question? Oh, okay, that's your answer, is it? All right, let's take a look. Okay, so for question 10, the cost of a present was supposed to be shared amongst 8 friends. However, 3 of the friends decided not to pay for this present. As a result, the remaining friends each had to pay $126 more for the present. So how much is this present? Let's look at the keyword first. How many remaining friends are there? What do you guys think? What does the keyword remaining friends refer to? How many remaining friends are there in this question? Some of you got tricked. Whoever tell me 336 just now is not correct. Okay, so the remaining friends in this question is 5 of them, right? Yeah, user 745, that's correct. Because at first there's 8 people. So you should minus away the 3 friends who doesn't want to pay. So there's actually 5 remaining friends. So these 5 remaining friends, each of them have to pay $126 more. So the 5 of them, you should times 126 because each of them have to pay 126. Yes, Karine, go ahead. Yeah. Okay, so you all will get $630 for this. So you have to ask yourself, how come these remaining friends have to pay this extra amount of money? Why? Why do they have to pay extra $630? It's because of the 3 friends who didn't want to pay, right? So this $630 is because of that 3 friends. So you can use 630 divide by 3. You get $210. So $210 is the amount of money that each of them is supposed to pay actually. Okay, so from here, you should know what the last step is. Each of them is supposed to pay $210. And then at first, there's supposed to be 8 friends who are paying, right? So you times 8. Then that will give you the cost of the present. You should get $1,680. Okay, so I think not many of you got this right. Maybe 2 or 3 of you just now. Oh yeah, capybara lover, you got it right. Yes, very good. Those of you who told me 335, 336. Yeah, I think you got tricked, huh? Because you read it, is it? Okay, can. That's good. Does anyone need to copy this question before I move on? The user 745, you're rushing me to go to the next question. Okay, just making sure whether anybody needs to copy. Okay, what about the next one? Those of you who have attempted the question, you can let me know what your answer is for question 11. Josephine, is not, huh? Okay, wait, how come some of you are telling me it's 49? Really? Is it 49? Oh, 49 again, ah? Really? Ah, okay, Charlene, your sis just signed up for 8th grader. That's great. Okay, doesn't mean that 49 just now it appeared a few times, then now it's gonna be 49 again, okay? Yeah, so those of you who got 49 for this question, I think you have to try again, huh? Okay, Roman, I noted your answer already. Okay, capybara lover, yep. Roman, you don't have to send it so many times. I already saw your answer. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to read this question first. Amanda was given money to buy some books. If she bought 13 books, she would need $9 more. If she bought 9 books, she would be left with $15. So how much money does she actually have? Everybody knows the concept that we're using for this question. This is a very commonly tested concept in P5. Anybody knows what concept this is? It starts with E. Hey, Roman, don't need to spam me the answer. I'm asking you for the concept, not the answer. Cinderlish, what do you say? Common object. Exactly. Josephine estimation. Also not quite. User 745 estimation also. No, not quite. Biggie Big says elimination. Also not quite. One more clue. Okay, I give you another clue. The second alphabet is X. EX. So something and something. Anybody knows the concept? WL, expectation. Oh, this one become like a guessing game, Guess the concept. This one, excess and shortage. You heard before? You should have learned this in school, excess and shortage. Excess and shortage, usually I will illustrate using a model, okay? Yeah, okay, so this model represents the amount of money that Amanda has. So if Amanda wants to buy 13 books, then she actually doesn't have enough money, right? So this model is not enough money for her. So I need to extend this model by $9. Okay, so she will need nine more dollars if she wants to buy 13 books. So you can label this as 13 books. Next, you take a look at within the model. Within the model is the money that she actually has. So she has enough money to buy 9 books, and then she will have another $15 left over. So that's how you label this model. So from this model, what can you tell so far? What can you tell after you have labeled everything? Yes, Jayling, I like the highlighter color as well. Okay, yes, this is excess and shortage. And then what can you tell from the model so far? You should be able to solve already, right? Based on the question. Ultra, how do you get 6? If you use 15 minus 9 to get 6, that's not quite correct. So you should actually take 15 plus 9 to get 24 here, right? So 24 is when you use 13 books minus 9 books. So that will give you 4 books. Okay, so 4 books is equals to the $24. Ah, yes, Capybara Lover, that's correct. 4 books is 24. Then one book will be equals to $6, isn't it? And then you just need one more step. Yeah. So focus on the amount of money that she has. How much money does she have? She can buy 9 books, then she will have extra $15. So I'm going to find 9 books, which is 9 times 6. That's 54. Okay, so after she buys these 9 books, she still has $15. So you should plus $15. Then after that, you will get your final answer. Okay, so yeah, some of you did get it right. That's good. Okay, so Capybara Lover says you can also calculate 13 books and minus 9. Yes, correct. Very good. Another way that you can solve this question. Okay, so yes, Capybara Lover, your answer is accurate. Explanation is also correct. Very good. Josephine, you thought they were being annoying, is it? Oh, no, no, no. It just happens that it is um the answer for this question. Okay, yes, dollar sign. So thanks for the reminder. Yes, you do need to put a dollar sign for your final answer. Right, let's look at our last question. Whoever has the answer, you can send it in the chat. Answers in the chat. Let me take a look at the answers. For question 12, I would illustrate using a model later. Okay. Has anybody solved the last question? Question 12? Or some of you are solving it on the spot? Okay, Cinderleaf says fraction of a remainder. Okay. Capybara Lover, yes, the fraction that they gave in the question is 4 out of 9. It's a bit small, is it? Let me try to zoom in a bit. Anybody has the answer? I have not seen the correct answer for this question yet. Let's go through, okay? Richard spent $189 on a table and 4 over 9 of his remaining money on a chair. He had 1/6 of his original sum of money left. How much money did he have at first? Okay, Capybara Lover, I won't exactly use equal numerator for this question. I prefer to draw a model. Okay, so everybody, let's take a look at this model. So what you're gonna do is you draw a box and then you write $189 first because that's the first thing that he spent on. It's a table, isn't it? Okay, so you can start off like that. J Ling, no leh, that's not the answer. Okay, so you start off like that. Okay, now after that, 4 over 9 of his remainder. So this means that his remainder is actually made up of 9 units. I'm going to draw 9 units now. Okay, so draw the 9 units here. After you draw 9 units, you know that out of the 9 units, he spent 4 units on a chair. So you can label that. So over here, you still have 5 units, right? So this 5 units is what he had left. And this is also 1/6 of his total amount of money. Okay, Capybara Lover and Justin, are you sure that's the answer? So if you know that 1/6 of his total is worth 5 units, you can find 6/6 of his total. So 6/6 is one whole. That means it refers to the entire thing. All you need to do is times 6. So this means that he actually has 30 units in total. So this model that you've drawn is supposed to be 30 units. Yeah, 30 units. Okay, so remember that over here, this is actually 9 units, right? So if you use 30 minus 9, it means that this part is 21 units. Okay, the entire model is 30 units. So if you use 30 minus 9, that's how you get 21 units. So from here, you can see that 21 units equals to the $189. And then, of course, you're going to find 1 unit first. Your 1 unit should be $9. And then at first, he has 30 units. That is his total. Okay, so that's how you get the final answer, 270. Yeah, Capybara Lover, 9 times 30. Jaylin, you want to use branching, is it? I would say branching is not necessary for this question. Yeah. Okay. So that's our last question for our P5 Math Live. So we will do our P6 Math Live in a while. Okay, so everybody, let's take a short break and then we will come back at 6 o'clock. Yeah, okay, so everybody toilet break or whatever. Okay, I'll see y'all in 3 minutes. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Bara Lover, yes, I'm also doing the P6 math later. It's still me, okay? I'll see y'all in a while. Bye, see you in a while. A D. Wait, what is going on in the comment? What are y'all doing? Why are there so many numbers? Are you counting something? Wait. Are you counting how many seconds I've been gone? Is it? Is that what you are doing? Ah, Jessica, Capybara lover, what is going on? What is going on? Xiaoning, no, it's not the end. We just finished our P5 TikTok live, so now we're going to move on to P6. Okay, so give me a while. I'm gonna switch over the screen to P6. Wait, let me check whether this is the correct worksheet. Let me double check. Is it this? Let me see. Yeah, this is the correct one, right? Yeah, this is the correct one. Yeah, how many of you are here for P6? Oh, okay. Yeah, some of you just join in, right, for P6. Capybara lover, I see that you're still here. You said you'll stay throughout the 3 hours, huh? Seems like you are really gonna stay. Ah, okay. Yeah, Yan Zhang, I know you and user 745, you guys always stay for the P6 one. WL also. Valerie also. Okay, good. All right, so shall we start? Yeah, so our MCQ, what's the answer? I love eggs. Are you sure it's number three? User 745. Are you sure it's number one? So, if some of you were here for the P5 just now, right? We also did a similar number line question. Do you remember what we said just now? For number line question, you have to use gaps concept. Gaps. Okay, so let me count. How many gaps are there between 4 hole and 6 hole? So let me take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 8 gaps between 4 and 6. Okay, so you can write it as this, 8 gaps. Yeah, 8 gaps. Okay, now, however, between 4 and 6, the difference is 2. So this means that these 8 gaps represents 2. You can write that down. That means that every 4 gaps, it represents 1. Okay, because you divide by 2, divide by 2. So if you know that 4 gaps represents 1 hole, then what does 1 gap represent? What do you think? What does 1 gap represent in that case? Every gap represents, yes, Kai, 1/4. Good. Whip staff says 0.25. Also correct. Yeah, 1/4. Yeah. So I'm going to write 5 hole on the number line first. So every 4 gaps, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that will be 5. Okay, so A is 5, 1/4. Okay, because starting from 5 hole, you go to the next gap, you need to plus 1/4. So that is 5 hole, 1/4. Yeah, so this is option 2 as your answer. Josephine, yes, we did have a similar question just now, P5. So you'll notice that P5 and P6 questions, sometimes there are a bit of overlap. Yeah, just that P6 might be a little bit more difficult. Or it could be the same type of question, but P6, maybe the mark weightage is less. So for example, maybe just now that question is worth 2 marks in P5, but in P6 it's only worth 1 mark. Okay, so it depends. Josephine, you're very welcome. Take a look at our second question. Capybara lover, you already sent me the answer. Let me check for you. Okay. But yes, science is after this, Kai. Science will be at 7 o'clock, okay? Yes, correct. There's Kahoot for science later. Okay, good. So most of you sent in the answer. Let us just go through. Amy and Benedict had an equal number of stickers at first. Benedict gave 2/5 of his stickers to Amy. What is the ratio of Amy's stickers to Benedict's stickers in the end? So for this question, I'm going to use ratio A to B. Okay. So now the keyword equal means that they should start off with a 1 to 1, right? Okay. But however, take a look at this fraction. 5 units is the denominator, which represents the total. So this means that Benedict actually has 5 units in total at first. And then Amy is supposed to have the same number. So your starting ratio is actually 5 to 5 because they are equal at first. Then what did Benedict do? Benedict gave 2 units to Amy. So for Benedict, you should minus 2 units for him because he gave it away. And then for Amy, you should plus 2 units because the 2 units was given to her. Right? So then after that, you can have your final ratio. Amy will be 7 units, Benedict will be 3 units. So 7 to 3 is option 4. Okay, so those of you who got this right, good job. Okay, so check your own answers if you have already attempted the worksheet beforehand. Yeah. Jaylene, you got it correct, right? Let's look at the next one. Let me see your answers for question 3, please, in the chat. What are your answers? Okay. Frun, okay, I'm not sure whether I'm pronouncing it right. Can you try again for question 3? Sorry, I can't help you with integration. You have to watch the secondary math TikTok live instead. Okay, that one is secondary stuff. So let's go through this. Ian packed 4/5 kg of flour into as many bags of 1/6 kg as possible. How much flour did he have left? So usually the keyword pack means divide. He had 4/5 kg in total, so you will use the 4/5 kg divide by 1/6 kg. So then you need to use this concept called KCF, right? Keep, change, flip. You're gonna keep the first fraction, change the divide to times, and then you flip the 1/6, flip it into 6/1. If you multiply this, you will get 24/5. But then you should change it to a mixed number. It's a mixed number, this would be 4/5. Okay, so some of you say that 4/5 is the leftover, isn't it? Because it means that he managed to get 4 full bags. And then, okay, so 4/5 is the remainder. So that's the tricky part. That's not the correct answer. Why? Because 4/5 refers to 4/5 of a bag that is left. So you actually need one more step. 4/5 of a bag refers to 4/5. The keyword of means times. And then what is the mass of one bag? It is 1/6 kg. Okay, so you need this extra step. So you can cross cancel this, then you will get 2/15 kg as what is left. So this one should be option 3, not option 2. Okay, so I saw that many of you gave option 2 as the answer, so you got tricked. Jessica, Kahoot will be for science later. Okay, so another thing, please take note, this is a very commonly tested question for P6. Yeah, so make sure you don't get tricked. Make sure you remember that you need to do one extra step. All right, good. Now question 4, we have a pattern question for number 4. Let me know your answers. Valerie, is that your answer for question 4? Okay, Valerie, do you want to try again? Bara lover, are you sure is the answer? Can you check your answer again? Okay, continue sending in your answers. Somebody needed question 3, is it? Somebody was copying. Avis, is it? Okay, yeah, I've already scrolled back up for you. You can copy the answer. Okay, so some of you managed to reattempt the question. Yeah, let's take a look at this. What is the 342nd number in this pattern? So over here, how many numbers do you put in one group? What do you guys think? Because this is a repeating pattern, right? So how many numbers then it starts to repeat itself? Okay, so 面包 and meow, yes, says 5. Okay, Kai says 5, yes. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. Then after that, it starts to repeat itself. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, so you guys are right. Every 5 numbers, you get one group. Okay, so one group is made up of 5 digits. So you can use 342 digits divide by 5 digits to find out how many repeating groups there are. Just do your long division for this. You will get 68 remainder 2. Okay, so your 342nd number is this one, your second remainder. So you need to look for your second remainder. Your first remainder is digit 1. So your second remainder is digit 2. Okay, so that's why number 2 is your answer. Yeah. Okay, so those of you who put 2 is correct. Okay, Mio. Okay, can note it on your pronunciation. Yan Chong got it correct. Jayling also got it correct, right? That's good. Okay, so please do not write out the pattern until you reach the 342nd number. Okay, I don't think you have time for that in the exam. And Josephine, don't write it out, huh? Okay. Just now Josephine says she write out all the numbers until the 342nd number. Yeah, it's gonna take too long. So we're done with our MCQ. Let's move on to section B. Is anybody still copying? Anybody copying? If not, I move on. No? Okay. Let's take a look at this. Question 5. 1/5 of Angeline's money is equal to 1/3 of Caden's money. Find the ratio of Angeline's money to the total amount of money they have. So, what do you guys think the answer is? Okay. Capybara Lover says for this question, let's use the concept equal numerator. Yes, you are right. Very good. Okay, so the concept we're using for this question is actually called equal fractions. For equal fractions, your key working is to make the numerator the same. Okay, but for this question, right, you notice that the numerator is already the same, right? Then over here, 1 unit and 1 unit. So the numerator is already the same. So that means that your denominator will just represent the total units that each of them have. So in this case, it means that Angeline has 5 units, Caden has 3 units. So Angela to Caden is 5 to 3. So it's quite simple. Then for your final answer, you just need to put Angeline to their total. So Angeline is 5, and then their total is 5 plus 3, which is 8. So that's it, 5 to 8. Very simple. Okay, but please take note, if the numerator is not the same, then you need to multiply to make it the same. Okay, so Frun, you got it correct, is it? You get it correct? No. Oh no. Oh, you said too early. I see. Okay. Shall we move on to the next question here? I'm going to read the question first. The ratio of the number of hens to the number of ducks in a farm is 9 to 4. So the ratio of the number of ducks to the number of cows is 2 to 3. You are supposed to find the ratio of the number of ducks to the total hens and cows. Anybody knows what concept this is? In this question, what concept is tested? Okay. Kai says one unchanged. Okay. Mm, okay, I actually wouldn't really consider this as one unchanged. Um, but Kai, you are right that the duck is the same. Yes. Mm. Okay, capybara lover item unchanged is not really the concept we're using here. Abyss also. The concept we're using here is actually called repeated identity. Have you heard of this? Repeated identity? Correct. Okay, so there's actually one type of animal that is repeated, right? So that is the repeated identity. Okay, so in this case, like Kai said, it is the duck that is repeated. So you do need to make sure that the units for the duck is the same. So let's write out the ratio first. Hen to duck is 9 to 4, and then duck to cow is 2 to 3. So you need to focus on the duck, okay? How do you make the units for the duck the same? What do you guys think? I need to make sure that the units for the duck is the same, but how do I do that? Okay, yeah, Valerie says times 2, correct. So you need to times 2 for the second ratio to change the duck into 4 units. Correct. So the cow also have to times 2. Yes, you're right. Okay, so now we have the correct ratio. Then you can put together your final answer. I want duck to hen plus cow. So your duck is 4 units. And then hen plus cow will be 9 plus 6 units. Okay, so you just add it together. you get 4 to 15 as your final answer. Yeah, so many of you got it right. Very good. 4 to 15 is the answer. Okay, the concept is repeated identity. Josephine, what an interesting question. I like them all. Yeah. Jerry, is there Kahoot? Yes, for science later. Okay, user 745, you're saying you prefer to eat chicken, is it? You are very funny. This question is talking about the animals on a farm, and then you are talking about what type of meat you like to eat. Jayling, I'm not teaching science. It'll be teacher Jody who is taking science later. Okay. Fork, which A grader I teach at, is it? I prefer not to say. Yeah. Ibara lover, you want to turn the cow into Wagyu beef. You are quite funny. Okay, so some of you are already sending in the answers for the next question. Sure, okay, feel free to send in your answers. I'll give you about 10 seconds, 10 to 15 seconds to send it in. Okay, Fork, what's my name? Is it? I'm teacher Felicia. Okay, so everybody please send in your answers for question 7 before I go through. So far, I'm seeing the correct values. Yep, so far so good. Those of you who have sent in the answers. Okay, good. Let's go through this. Ariana had some marbles. She gave 10 marbles to her friend, and then she had 40 marbles left. So, what percentage of her marbles did she have left? To find this answer, you need the number of marbles that she had left over her original number of marbles. Then you times 100%. So, that's the formula you are using for percentage left. So, in this question, they already tell you that she has 40 left, so that is your numerator. Then what do you think the denominator is? What is her original quantity of marbles? Okay, Valerie says 50. Yeah, that's correct. Okay, so Valerie, how do you get 50? Because she gave away 10 marbles and then she had 40 marbles left. So that means that at first she had 50 marbles. Yeah, so that's her original quantity. You are correct. Okay, so anyway, after you calculate this, you will get 80% as your final answer, which most of you got correct. Very good. Okay, Kai, you want to put 40 over 50 and then you just times 2. Yeah, can. That's fine. That's correct, yeah. So Kai, you can do that because just nice your denominator is 50 and then you can change it into 100 when you multiply by 2. So yes, that's correct. Ready? Time check is 6:27. I think the next question is going to take a while to go through. Okay, so let's have a 5 minutes break before we go through our problem sums on the next page. Okay, break time, everybody. 5 minutes. Fork, how come we do live on TikTok and not Facebook? Because most of you use TikTok, isn't it? How many of you actually use Facebook? Not many of you use Facebook, right? Yeah. Okay, I don't think you all use Facebook. Adina, what topics are tested in this paper? Um, it's a variety of topics. Well, there's ratio, there's percentage, whole numbers, fractions. Yeah, okay, so I think we do cover a range of topics for today's paper and in all our papers actually. Or some of you say, oh, your parents, your mom use Facebook. Okay, okay. Yeah, but you guys are watching it, right? Not your parents, right? You are supposed to learn from our life, not your parents. Yeah. Because you need to know how to do the questions, not your parents, right? Not. Yeah. Okay, J-Link algebra is it? Algebra, I don't think we have algebra for today's worksheet. Yeah. Because algebra is a rather small topic. So you won't see it being tested a lot. Oh, Kai, how to light the live? Is it Kai? You just double tap on on your phone screen if I'm not wrong. Yeah. Mayuan, why not use YouTube for live? Hmm, YouTube. Okay. Hmm, okay. Thanks Kai for liking the live. Oh, Jaylin, your entire WA was algebra. Oh, really? Wow. Okay, Abyss, I will scroll up for you to see question three. Okay, here you go. Yeah, okay. So, Avis, you're asking about question three, right? For question three, most of you would pick four-fifth as the answer, but four-fifth refers to four-fifth of a bag, not four-fifth kg. So there's a difference in that. Yeah, Avis? So four-fifth of a bag means you need to use four-fifth times the mass of a bag. That's why you have to use four-fifth times 16 kg to get the final answer. Ah, okay, so you guys are discussing your WA, is it? Yeah, you should. I mean, if you're P6, you usually will have WA1, WA2, WA3, and then will be your prelims, right? Josephine, interesting question. Yes, I would think so. Yeah. Okay, Ace, is that Kahoot? Yes, later. During science. 7 plus. Okay, that'll be Kahoot. The Capybara lover, you mean they changed your WA1? There's no longer WA1 for you? Some of you don't have WA1, is it? Oh, no more mid-year exam for some of you. I see. Okay. Depends on your school. Yeah. People will still have mid-year exam. Depends. Oh, okay, okay. Some of you do have WA3. I see. Okay, so some of you, instead of WA, it got changed to time practice. It's possible. Yeah. Or I mean, they just give it a different name. They call it like a bite-size assessment, this and that. Okay, but it's essentially it's the same thing, right? It's like a mini quiz. But they just give it a different name. Yeah. It might not be called WA anymore. Yeah, okay, so it depends on your school. Yeah. Tracy, when does the life end? Is it? Okay, for primary math, P6 math, which we're doing right now, it will end by 7 o'clock. Okay, then 7 o'clock, science will start. 7 to 8 will be science. Wait, Kahoot is during science later. Shall we continue our problem sums? This question first. There were 28 more balls in box A than box B when Caris removed 44 balls from box A and placed them in box B. The ratio of the number of balls in box A to box B became 1 to 5. Find the number of balls in each box at first. Yes, Gracie, this is P6 math. Okay, so for this question, I will recommend you draw a model. It is easier to visualize. Okay, so I'm going to start off by drawing a model for box A. Now, box A is supposed to have 28 more. So for box A, make sure that your model is longer. Okay, longer than box B. This is how your model should look like when you start off the question. Okay, like this. What does the second sentence say? The second sentence says you remove 44 from box A. So now take a look. This 28 is not enough for you to remove. You need to remove 44, right? Which means that you need to cut into the other part of the model. You need to cut into the other part of model so that in total you are removing 44. So what do you guys think I should put in that part of the model? What number should I put in that part where I cut? Yes, Kai, correct. So you will use 44 minus 28 to get 16. Okay, so this is actually 16. So what happened to the 44 that you removed? You are going to give it to box B. So for box B, you can add on another 44 for it now, like this. After that, then the ratio became 1 to 5. So this means that box A only has 1 unit left. Whereas box B, the entire thing is worth 5 units. Okay, so I'm going to teach you all something called copy and paste. Take a look at this. The two models that I have highlighted, are they the same size? So if they are the same size, you can do copy and paste. So whatever I have on the top model, you can copy it for the bottom model since it is the same size. Okay, that means you copy the details of the model. What can you tell about the model now? You should be able to do some calculations, right? What sort of calculations can you tell? What do you guys think? So I think some of you are typing. We would use 5 unit minus 1 unit. Yes, Dian Zhang, that's how I get 4 units. Correct? Yeah. So 5 minus 1, I get 4 unit. And then how do you get 4 unit? That is 16 plus 44, which is 60. Okay, so Biggie Bigs, yes, that's correct. Yuki, correct as well. So then your 1 unit will be 15. Okay, so now you can answer the question, how many balls are there in each box? For A has 1 unit plus another 44. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. 15 plus 44 equals to 59. This is for box A. Okay, so box A is 59. Remember that box A has extra 28, right? So if box A has 59, box B will be 28 less. So you will use 59 minus 28 to get 31. Okay, so this is for box B at first. Yes, Kai, that's correct. Yeah, capybara lover, correct. Okay, so I'm not sure how many of you got this question correct. Requires a little bit of a model drawing. Yan Chong got correct. Okay, good. Yuki got correct. Good. We move on to the next question. Okay, next question. The ratio of the number of stickers Wilson had to the number of stickers that Victor had was 5 to 3 at first, after Wilson gave away 50% of his stickers and Victor bought another 24 stickers. Victor then had twice as many stickers as Wilson. So how many stickers did he have altogether at first? For this question, again, I would prefer using a model. Okay, so for Wilson, at first he has 5 units, right? According to the ratio. So I will draw 5 units. And then for Victor, he has 3 units at first. You can draw that for Victor. Now, the next step is Wilson is supposed to give away 50%. So there's something special about 50%, right? 50% is actually half, isn't it? So for Wilson, I need to split his model into half. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to split his model from 5 units to become 10 units, like this. Yeah, so after you split it into 10 units, then Wilson give away half of that. So Wilson gives away these 5 units. And then you can label it give away. Okay, so then Wilson will have another 5 units left over here. Next, Victor bought 24 stickers, and then Victor is supposed to have twice as many stickers as Wilson. So if Wilson has 5 units, Victor has twice of that, right? So Victor is supposed to have 10 units. That means that for Victor, you need to add in some units for him so that he has 10 units in the end, like this. Yeah. So for Victor, you have to add 4 units for him. So these 4 units actually represents the 24 stickers that he bought. This means that 1 unit equals to 6. So your last step is to find the total stickers they had altogether. How many units did they have altogether at first? I can highlight for you. This is what they had altogether at first, right? Which is 10 units for Wilson and 6 units for Victor. Okay, so in total, they have 16 units at first. Yes, Kai, that's correct. So that's how you get 96 as the answer, which many of you got correct. Yeah, very good. Yes, Yan Zhang, 96. Yeah, Capybara Lover, you got 96 just now also, right? So you might have used a different method, but as long as you get the same correct answer. Kareem, 96 is correct. Okay, let's move on to the next question. I don't think we need to draw model anymore for the rest of the questions. Thankfully, yeah. So, few who managed to try question 10, part A, what's your answer? Yes, Karine, no worries. Uh, yeah, you can eat and watch the live at the same time. It's okay. Jarek and Jessica, are you sure that's the answer? Jessica, your part A. I think you need to check again. Okay. Jarek, that is your part B answer, right? Okay. Sibara lover, are you sure that's the answer for part A? Okay. Baker had a bag of salt. Each day he used an equal amount of salt. At the end of the 8th day, he had 1/5 of the bag of salt left. So what fraction of the bag of salt was used each day? What does a bag of salt mean? It means that at first he has one whole. He started off with one whole bag. So then at the end of the 8th day, he had 1/5 of it left. So from this, you can find that in 8 days, he used 1 minus 1/5, which is 4/5. Okay, because at the end he has 1/5 left, right? So this means that he actually used 4/5 within these 8 days. So from here, then you can find 1 day. All you need to do is divide by 8. Yeah. So anyway, you can actually use calculator for this because this is a problem sum. So you will get 110 as the final answer. Yeah. Corinne, I would say model is not necessary for this question. You can just do normal calculation. It's okay. Ethan, yeah, your answer is correct. Okay. So for part B, some of you are sending in the answers already. Take a look at part B now. At the end of the 9th day, the amount of salt left in the bag was 108 grams. So what was the amount of salt in the bag at first? Give your answer in kilograms. Okay, so if you know that in 1 day he used 110, then 9 days, you know that he will use 910. So in 9 days, he used 910 of the bag. Then what fraction will he have left? That will be 110. You use 1 whole minus 910, you get 110. So 110 refers to the 108 grams that is left. This means that 1 unit equals to 108 grams. Then your denominator is 10, right? So your denominator will represent the total. 10 units is the total. So that will be 1080 grams. Yep. Okay, but your final answer, remember to change it into kg. So that will be 1.08 kg. To change grams to kg, you need to divide by 1000. Okay, so remember how to convert grams to kg. Oh, okay, Corinne, you need the top part, is it? You want to screenshot? Sure, no problem. Here you go. It's a P6 math, yeah. For whoever is asking, it's P6 math. Oh, sorry, I realized I didn't change the header. That's why. Okay, sorry. Let me change it. P6 math. There you go. Mm. Okay, who was it who needed to copy the top part? Was it Corinne? Are you done with the top part? Rolex Man Kahoot is later on, 7 plus. Yeah. Okay, so there's another question. Must you go to another live after this one ends? No need. Yeah. So you just stay on this live. Then the science teacher, Teacher Jody, will join in later. Yeah, at 7 o'clock. Okay, so you do not need to exit your app and then rejoin. Okay. Oh, okay, Corinne, you're done copying, is it? Sure. Let's move on. Okay, this is our last question. It's a question on percentage. Ethan, yes, you're right. That's the first thing that everybody wants to know. Is there Kahoot? Marian, 7 o'clock sharp. Yes, correct. Later, 7 o'clock will be science. Send in your answers for question 11, part A. What do you think the answer should be for part A? Jerry, are you sure it's $4? Okay, let's read the question. At Knowledge Bookshop, Dana picked two books she liked, and the original price of these two books is $36 in total. One of the books was priced at 20% cheaper than the other book. So, how much does the cheaper book cost? What you can do is you can let one of the books be 100% first, okay? So that will be the more expensive book, 100%. If one of the book is 100%, the other one is 20% cheaper, right? So the other one will be 100 minus 20. So the other book that is cheaper is 80%. So then you can add both of them together. The 100% plus 80%, their total is 180%. So in total, 180% represents the $36 for these two books. So from here, you can find 1%. You just need to divide by 180. So your 1% is actually 20 cents. Then you're asked to find the cheaper book, right? So the cheaper book is 80%. So that will be $16. Okay, so that's your answer for part A. The cheaper book is $16. Right, so what about part B? What do you guys think the answer is for part B? Dana was given $2 as discount for the first book, which is the cheaper book. So what was the percentage discount for the cheaper book? Jarek, are you sure it's 90%? 90% discount is a lot eh. Then I think this shop cannot earn money, if he give 90% discount. Jerry, 50%. You change your answer 50%. 50% is still a lot. Tosafin, it's not 9%. WL, are you guessing? Are you just guessing that it's 10%? Marian, 200% is, that means the shopkeeper is giving the customer money. Is too good to be true. No such discount. Capybara lover, you're trying to be funny, right? Okay, the rest of you, um, yeah, let's go through. Quite a lot of you got it correct. Yeah. So for percentage discount, the formula is discount over the original price. Then you times 100%. Okay, so this is the formula you should use. So the discount is $2. The original price of the cheaper book is $16, right? Based on part A. So you should use 2 over 16 times 100%. Anyway, you can use calculator for this. You will get 12.5% as the answer. Yeah, WL 12.5% is correct. Okay, our very last question. Find the cost of the second book after a discount of 15%. So your second book is the more expensive one. Yeah. So can I see your answers? Jerica, are you sure that's the answer? Okay, Yuki have a good question. Does it mean that if my first answer is wrong, then the second answer and the third answer confirm will be wrong? Yes, likely. Because your part B and part C is dependent on your answer for part A, right? But they will give you method marks, okay? You will not get the final answer mark, but you can get method marks. Right, so let's finish up part C. I'm going to refer back to part A again. these two books were supposed to cost $36, right? Then you know the cheaper book is $16. So if you use 36 minus 16, you know that the more expensive book is supposed to be $20 at first. This is the original price of the more expensive book. Original price. So there is a 15% discount. If there is a 15% discount, it means that you only need to pay 85%. Because 100 minus 15, you get 85%. So all I need to do is to take 85%, then I times the $20. Okay, so you calculate this. Again, you can use calculator. You get $17. That is the price after the discount. Yeah. Okay, so most of you did get it right. Very good. Okay, yeah. We end a bit early. It's okay. You guys can take a short break first. Try to recharge a bit, rest a bit before the science live. Okay, which is 5 minutes later. Yeah. Oh, okay. User 745. It's okay. Just work a bit harder. I'm sure you'll improve in your percentage. All right. So okay. Let me see. Yeah. So that's all for today's live. I will see you all 2 weeks later. Okay. So next week there will not be any live for primary math. Okay. Mio, you need question 1 to 6, is it? Can you just quickly screenshot? Yes, Ethan science will begin at 7 o'clock. Okay. 745 next week is secondary life. Oh, okay. I think you need to check the schedule. Secondary life, I think, is on Thursday, if I'm not wrong. Yeah. Okay, so if you're interested in the Sec 1 and Sec 2 math live, okay, I think it's tomorrow. Yeah, Yan Zhang, I think you're right. Frun, when will the other teacher join? Is it Teacher Jody? 7 o'clock. Yeah, students will start at 7 o'clock. User 745. No, next week there will not be primary math live. I think next week there will be English and science. Yeah. Okay, so I will not see you all next week. I'll see you all 2 weeks later. Ethan, yes, science is a different teacher. It's Teacher Jody. Teacher Jody. Okay. Okay. Juan, you're interested in P5 math, right? That will be 2 weeks later. Okay, so from now on, primary math will be on alternate Wednesdays. So every 2 Wednesdays, then we will have primary math live. So the teacher Jody take over. I will leave the room and then teacher Jody will come in. No? Yeah, then she'll take over the live. Yeah. Teacher Jody is the teacher for science. The next live at 7 o'clock. Yes, she will just walk in. Okay, thank you, Josephine. Yes, WL, yes. I'm not at home. Yeah, we are working together in office. Yes. Yan Zhang, you're staying for the science life, right? Okay, that's great. Enjoy the science life, okay? Yuki, no, she will not teleport in. She will just walk in, okay? I will just walk out. Okay, maybe let me load the worksheet for her first. Let me see. Where's her science? I think it's this one. Okay, yeah, science. This one is science. Andrea, yes. It'll be teacher Jody taking over. Okay, bye. I'll see y'all 2 weeks later. Okay, bye bye. Okay, stay focused for your next live, okay, for science. Please support teacher Jody. Okay, bye bye. See y'all. See y'all 2 weeks later.
Hello, can you hear me? Hi, can you hear me? Hi. Okay, very good. Okay, I must change to the science one first, okay? Ah, later got Kahoot. Got Kahoot means got giveaway. Oh yeah, science is green, okay? You see the conical flask over here. I'm so hardworking, you. So hardworking. Fractional force. The science is only a little bit of calculation, right? Science needs science need a little bit of calculation. That's why. Oh no, you need to calculate math also a bit, right? When the relationship kind of question, then you call it to predict the results for one of the yeah. Okay, okay, everybody, I'm gonna start. All right, so hello. Okay, so I'm gonna start. All right, so let me later we have a Kahoot. Okay, so let me hide this one first. Okay. So for today, we'll be going through forces and living together. Who school started on forces already? Yeah, this calculator for P6 science. Who school started on forces? Good. Oh, Jai started on forces today. Oh no, then living together? Have you started on living together yet? Oh, forces? All of you forces? Oh, not yet for y'all. Oh no, don't worry. Okay, I will teach a little bit. Living together is not very complex. It is something a little bit to do with general knowledge. Intuition. Yes, intuition. I started living together already. Yeah, you better start already. I know you that's the idea. That's why I asked about your schools. Oh, all the best for your WA, okay? Okay. Well, very good. Some schools are faster, some schools are not so fast. Okay, so everybody, let's look at this one over here. All right, so let's look at this first question. Okay, this one is regarding living together. Okay, so over here they are asking us, okay, always remember in science, remember to highlight and take down all your notes, okay? So for this, it says that when they counted the number of organisms. So let's highlight the key thing, number of organisms in the habitat. All right, so what happened is you recorded the various organisms and the type of organisms as well. All right, so if you know the answer, send it to me. I've seen 3. I've seen 4. Okay, so they said based on Wendy's table, which of the following statements is correct? Okay, so now I've seen 3, I've seen 4, I've seen 2 now. 3, not 3, okay? 3 is the tree outside. The tall, the one with the green leaves. 3. 3. Mr. Daniel Tay life lesson. Who is Mr. Daniel Tay? What are you talking about? Oh, you're asking someone else. Okay, okay. Okay, everybody. I've seen mixed answers. I've seen 2, 3, 4. The correct answer is 4. Not 3, not 2. Okay, let me tell you. Let me tell you why. Okay. All right. So let me tell you why. All right. So always remember. Okay, let's double check. Let's do each option. I go through each option with you. Okay. So firstly, which of the following statement is correct? Highlight the word correct. All right. Always remember to take note of what kind of questions, what kind of answer they want you to choose. Whether is it incorrect or is it the correct options. Okay, so for the first option, it says that there are 7 water plants. Water plants. All right, so which ones are water plants? Okay, you should know, all right, that water, the word water lily gives you a hint that it's a water plant. Water hyacinth gives you a hint that it's water plant. All right, hydrilla is actually a water plant. So these 3 are water plants. All right, remember to write down your notes if possible, okay? So these 3 are water plants. All right, so now, what are there 7 water plants in total? So if you were to calculate 3 plus 4 plus 2, now you know why there's a calculator? Need a little bit of calculation. All right, so total is what? Yes, very good. It is 9. Okay, so it's not 7, it's actually 9 water plants. So number 1 is wrong. Okay, very good. So what about number 2? Number 2, there are 8 communities. Do you know what communities or not? Hello, patient. What is a community? Remember your definition for community is that community is a group, okay, of different population living together in a habitat forms a community. Okay, a different population of animals, all right, living together in a habitat forms a community. Okay? Habitat by itself, habitat is a place. Don't confuse community and habitat, okay? Habitat is a place. Okay, like pond, okay, like a tree, okay, like the garden, that's a habitat. All right, but a community needs to include the organisms living there, okay, the living things that are there. All right, so if we have, okay, so for example the garden, right, we have butterfly, we have caterpillars, all right, we have ants, we have snails. All right, so there are different types of living things, different population living together. It forms a whole community, one community only. Okay, if it's in one habitat, it forms one community. Community center, you can think of it that way. Different families, right? Different people from different families, not your house, right? Not within your family, come together in a community center to do certain things, right? So that is a community. All right, your house is like a habitat. Is like the house is like a habitat. Okay. All right. So everybody, okay. So over here there isn't 8. There's only one community. Okay, only one. All right. This is false because they are in a habitat, so it's one community. All right, so next for option 3, why is option 3 wrong? Okay, remember, what do you know what is a population? What does a population means? You know what's a population? Okay, I give a lot of students make a careless mistake here. A population is a group of organisms that are of the same kind. Same kind means they must belong to the same life cycle. Always remember, okay, population must be same life cycle is equals to one population. All right. So if there is a frog and a tadpole, let me ask you all again. If it's frog, tadpole, are they one or two population? Frogs and tadpole, one population or two population? Huh? Frogs and tadpole, they different life cycle. Same life cycle. Do they belong to the same life cycle or they belong to completely different life cycle? They belong to the same life cycle, right? The young. The tadpole is the frogs, like baby or young, right? So they belong to the same life cycle, one population. Yes, they're of the same kind. So let me ask you another one. What about caterpillar and butterfly? I have a group of caterpillar, I have a group of butterfly. Are they considered two separate populations or one population? Same population means they are caterpillar and butterfly. Caterpillar and butterfly, one population. Very good. A lot of you are correct. Okay, so with this concept, okay, butterfly, we have, okay, and always remember, there must be more than one. If there's only one organism, you cannot count it as a population. If there is only one, if there's only one snail, you cannot count it as a population. One snail is one organism. Okay, so everybody, so for butterfly, right, is considered population number one. Let me label my population. Okay, butterfly, population number one. Fish, population number two. Frog, as long as it's more than one organism. Okay, population number three. Caterpillar. Do I label caterpillar as four? Is caterpillar number four? Caterpillar is population number what? One. Very good. A lot of you are correct. Population number one. Okay, what about tadpole? Do I name it as population number four? Tadpole is one. Tadpole is population number what? Tadpole is the baby of the what? The young of a, yes, of a frog. So population number three. Okay, water lily population number four. All right, hydrilla population number five and water hyacinth population number six. So total, we actually have six population. I go up a bit, okay, so you can see the bracket. All right, so not, okay, so everybody, all right, and if I were to count animals only, take note, these animals. Animals only, we only have one, two, three, okay, sorry, one, two, three, and then after that, you see, it repeats itself. So animals only have three population, not five. Okay, so animals, three population. All right, so there are six population of animals and plants in total. This is correct. The answer is supposed to be number four. Okay, everyone, okay, understand so far? Okay, any more questions? No? Okay, very good. Hello, let's move on. Okay, let's move on to question two. Okay, question two is quite big. So let me show you one part of the question first, okay? All right, so over here, this person, all right, collected four different, okay, everybody, I always had to highlight all the key points, okay? Four different soil samples, all right? We have M, N, P, and Q. Okay, so what happened is he poured the same amount of soil samples into a funnel with its end plugged with some cotton wool. So then he poured 200 ml of water into each soil sample as shown below. All right, so what happens here is, everyone again? Okay, so everybody, can you tell me what's my change variable here? Scroll down. No, I need to show you the top part. Not if I go up, then the top part will get blocked. I need to write some notes first. Does anyone notice my change variable? Oh, I saw reverse. Did I call you that? Yes, the change variable is actually the soil sample. Okay, always remember to take note of the change variable and measured variable in your experiments. Yes, very good. The type of soil samples. Very good. Okay, so next, let me go down a bit. All right, so what happened is he measured and recorded the amount of water collected in the beaker 15 minutes after the first drop of water flowed out from the funnel into the beaker. So what did he record? What is my measured variable? You know what's my measured variable? Any idea? Measured variable? Yes, the amount of water collected after 15 minutes. That's very good. So this is my measured variable. Okay, so good. So what happened is, if you look at the results here, okay, they are asking which soil would most likely be found in the desert. Okay, this is something to do with the topic on living together. So you need to know, okay, about the soil of a desert. So desert, right? You need to think carefully. Is a desert supposed to hold water well? Or is supposed to allow water to just flow through very quickly? What do you think? You all can send in your answers. A lot of you send in number two. I give you a clue already about desert. Desert is like, okay, I'll give you a clue, okay? Desert is like sand. Imagine the sand at your beach, okay? You know the sand when you go to the beach? The sand, all right? You take the sand, imagine you pour water into the sand. Then you think, will the water flow through very fast? Or will the water stay there? The desert, yeah, desert is dry most of the time, but that doesn't mean it does not rain at all, right? They still need to it does rain, but it's not very often. Okay? But no, that's not the main thing. We are actually talking about the soil that you find in the desert, the properties of that soil. Okay, so everybody, what do you think? I've seen three now. Okay, very good. The correct answer is three. Okay, but let me explain why is it number three, because some of you initially chose two, right? So over here, so you need to take note that the desert, they have their soil, right? It's actually sandy. Okay, and what does sandy means? Sandy means it is unable to hold water well. All right, and if it's unable to hold water well, that it actually means that most water can pass through. Why science zero instinct is everything? Why you write like that? Okay, so if it must allows most water to pass through. The amount of water collected after 15 minutes is supposed to be the most. All right, so for P, most water is collected after 15 minutes. So your answer is supposed to be number three, soil P. No, passing through, pass through doesn't, it means that it doesn't absorb water. Okay? Same as material, right? It allows water to pass through. That means the water didn't stay within the soil. It just flow through. So if it allows a lot of water to pass through, right, it actually means that it's not that absorbent. It didn't capture, it didn't hold on to the water that much. Okay? Yes. What you are my special? What is that the Jujutsu Kaisen opening song? Let's move on, okay? Everyone, all right? I'm gonna move on. Does anyone has any questions for this? It's under living together. So I'm gonna move on, all right? So let's move on to three, which is something to do with fixes. Okay, so over here it says that Sandra set up the following experiment. Okay, so what happened is when she released the ball, it traveled down the ramp and stopped at point C. So without changing any of the apparatus, which of the following would most likely allow the ball to travel further in order to hit the container? Okay, so for this, you need to understand. If I want the ball to travel further, okay, means that it needs, this is related to forces and energy, okay? If you want to travel further, there are two ways, right? Two ways. It's either, forces and energy. This when you learn both topics already, right? There will be questions that merge both of these together, energy and forces. So if it travel further, means what? Means there are two ways. Either, very good, I see some of you mention frictional force, right? It's either you reduce frictional force, or you increase the amount of energy it has. Okay? Or it needs to have more energy. So there are two ways. Okay? So to reduce frictional force, okay, I've seen a lot of you say number one, right? Very good. Number one is the correct answer. Okay, when I add oil onto the ball, there will be what? How come? Yes, it's lubricant. Very good lubricant. So what does lubricant do? What does lubricant do? Patient. Doesn't mean if you get it correct means I don't need to explain, right? Other people might not understand. So I have to take time to explain, not just skip the whole question, okay? So please be patient. Patient. Okay, yes, it reduces friction. Very good. All right, so over here, okay, when you apply oil on the ball, X is a lubricant. Very good, everybody. And it is to reduce friction. Okay? All right, so if we reduce friction, means what? Means it's able to move smoother. Okay, so you'll be nice to everyone, okay? Doesn't mean that you know all the answers, means I don't need to explain, okay? Because I'm sure there are still some students that don't understand. And they haven't even learned about forces yet. All right, so let me quickly explain why option 2, 3, and 4 is incorrect. Okay, so for this, all right, what happened is move the block to point Z. What if I move the block to point Z? Okay, the plank would actually be slightly lower. All right, so this will not work at all because there'll be less gravitational potential energy if we want to talk about energy. All right. For number 3, release the ball at point Y. If the ball is at point Y, it is also at a lower height. Okay. So when it's at a lower height, you have less gravitational potential energy as well. All right. And option 4, wrap the plank with a sandpaper. Sandpaper is rough. Okay. So if it's rough, there would be very good, more frictional force. Hey, very good. A lot of you are correct. Lubricant is a type of liquid. Any liquid like oil, water, and all this that can reduce friction. Sandpaper. Okay, sandpaper. You all know. Sandpaper is the one that is very rough. Like if you have a plastic. Oh, do you know your? Okay, one good example is that do you know your nail cutter? There is actually a part of your nail cutter that's quite rough. Then you use it to file your nails, like to make it smooth if your nails are very sharp. You all know that? You all know? A good example, the example of sandpaper is the one that you at your nail clipper. There's a very rough section. Then you use to file your nails so it becomes smoother. That's an example. Can you hear me now? Yeah, must change. Can you? You cannot hear? Can? Yeah. I think the one no battery. Just now, teacher Felicia used that one. That I think used too long already, so no battery. Okay. Just now, where do you all hear? Where do you all hear until the sandpaper? Is it? I'm talking. I mentioned about the nail clips have that rough patch. That is a very good example of how a sandpaper would feel like. Okay. All right. So let us move on. Okay, you can hear already. Okay. Oh, now very loud. Why so funny, man? Okay, very loud, then you lower the volume. You want to try lower your volume. Maybe just now the microphone very weak already. That's why just now it was quite soft. I can lower it also. Okay, okay? Okay, I'm gonna move on. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. Okay, now let's look at this one over here. Okay, so over here, Sid climb a slide and slid down from point Q to R. So the key thing is point Q to R. Okay, so what happened is they said that the graph below shows how energy changed. Okay, focus on. Okay, a lot of students tend to make careless mistake. When it's an energy question, some students go and write about forces. So you must read the question properly. Okay, X and Y represents different forms of energy possessed by C as he was sliding down the slide from point Q to R. Okay, so I'm going to go down a bit. Very good. Reverse. Yes, highest GPE. Yes, science is from 7 to 8. Yeah. Oh, yes. That's the car going down the ramp, is it? Yes. Okay, so over here, all right, all you have to do is fill in the blanks, okay, with the correct forms of energy. So what do you think is what? Y is what? Look at the direction of X, whether is it increase or decrease? Y is it increase or decrease? Okay, someone said gravitational potential energy is dotted. Okay, while kinetic energy is the solid line. Yes, very good. All right, so yes, this is great. This is primary 6. We don't go by grade over here. Oh, hi, Kayla. Everyone all right? Okay, so over here, what happened is, okay, I know you're very good. Y'all can share, but please concentrate on the live, okay? Okay, everybody, I'm gonna move on. So everybody focus here, okay? Okay, don't need to keep sharing. All right, so over here, what happened is that you need to know, okay? Correct? The dotted line is actually gravitational potential energy. The solid line is actually kinetic energy. Okay, so what happens here? Very good. Yes, you're sending the correct answers. Okay, so but why? Why do y'all say so? Okay, so always remember from Q, at point Q, gravitational potential energy is high or low? Do y'all know? Gravitational potential energy is high or low at point Q? Because y'all keep sharing, okay, because I want to see the rest of your answers. I only stop y'all for a few seconds only. Carry on again. Okay, it's high, very good. Gravitational potential energy is high. And after that, GPE is low, correct? So what happens is high to low. You can see the dotted line is from high to low. So Y is our gravitational potential energy. But in PSLE, potential is good enough. Okay, potential is good enough. Okay, thank you for all your shares. Okay, but I want you to concentrate here. Okay, so next X. Okay, always remember kinetic energy is the opposite of gravitational potential energy. So if gravitational potential energy is high, okay, kinetic energy is actually naturally lower. Okay, and sometimes kinetic energy can be zero. All right, same as gravitational potential energy. So kinetic energy over here is high. Okay, so take note, kinetic energy is the opposite of gravitational potential. So the nearer you are to the ground, tentatively, the more kinetic energy it has. Okay, so X would be kinetic energy because it's from low to high. Okay, low to high. All right, everyone, okay? Wow, that's very good, Foxy. Yeah, a lot of you sending in the correct answers. Very good. Okay. Is that why you fall after sliding at the playground? Huh. The I think you fall because not enough friction, is it? Okay, everybody, let's look at B. Okay, so B, they're asking us to name the form of energy. Wait, not energy. I have students answering forces, answering energy questions with forces. So you read the question properly, okay? What energy can you observe when he landed on the floor with a loud thud at point R? Loud thud. Very good. A lot of you got it correct. Yes, Yuki. Yes. Yes, reverse. Yes, Ding. Correct. Sound energy. Yes, capybara lover. Ah, why you're talking about COD? Don't play Call of Duty yet, okay? Focus on this one. Yes, sound energy. How forces again? This is energy. So it is sound energy. The word loud part give you a very big clue. Okay? Okay, everyone. Let's move on. Everyone okay? Clear so far? Okay, so let's move on to the next one, which is question 38. Okay, question 38. Now, over here, it says that John carried out an investigation by sound energy. Must write together with energy, if not you lose marks. Okay, no matter, okay, and as long as any form of energy, heat energy, must write heat energy, sound energy, light energy, when it comes to the topic on the forms of energy. Okay, okay? All right, even forces also the same. Elastic, spring force. You don't say elastic spring there without the force. Okay, okay? So over here, John carried out an investigation. So everybody, the moment you see the word carried out and see this phrase, carried out an investigation, means what? This is the what of the experiment. But yes, it's typo. It's okay. It's very good thing. It's the aim of the experiment, right? This is the aim. Okay, so he carried out an investigation, which is the aim, by pedaling on a stationary bicycle at night, okay, to light up a lamp to read. I don't know whether you all will be so hardworking to do this. You want to read something, then you attach the book there so you can have a reading light over here to read. No, your mom is killing two birds with one stone. You get to exercise and read at the same time. No, yeah, it's okay. So what happened is he then recorded his result. Don't do that only for games, all right? Do it for your readings also. Recorded his result in the table as shown below. Okay, so what happens here is fill in. You're supposed to fill in the boxes to show energy conversion. And John pedaled the bicycle to light up the lamp. So everybody, please remember that they will give you clues. Look at all the clues, everybody. In your energy conversion, like access, they give you clues. Moving pedals, generator, lamp. So do you all know? Moving is what energy, everybody? Very good. Kinetic. Good. Okay, a lot of you got it correct. Kinetic, and then don't not there's no such thing as electrical potential. Okay, we have gravitational potential, chemical potential, and elastic potential. No electrical. Electrical is just electrical energy. Okay. Yes, generator gives off electricity, so it gives out electrical energy. So very good. A lot of you got it correct. Moving is kinetic energy. Good job. All right, generator, which is converted to electrical energy in the generator. Okay, and then light energy in the lamp. Okay, I know that you all must be thinking, hey, why not heat? Heat is produced as well. Heat is also converted to heat, but that is not the main important form of energy, okay, of the lamp. All right, it's supposed to be light. Okay, so good. Yes, very good, Ethan. All right, so over here, okay, You need to, okay, so everybody need to understand, okay, that the first energy, the first thing you need to do is pedal. So this is kinetic energy, number one. All right. Then after that, okay, we have, okay, but everybody, do you all know how come you can pedal first? Because there's what energy? Do you all know? Let's say we don't start with pedaling. We start straight from the person. Yes, very good. I see someone writing. Oh, flancer, is it? Okay, so over here, everyone, we have chemical potential energy from the person. Number two, kinetic energy converted to kinetic energy of the legs. Then after that, number three, converted to kinetic energy of the pedal. Okay. And after that, we have electrical energy flowing through the wires. Okay. And it leads to light energy at the lamp. Okay. So everybody, all right. So let's look at B. Hello. Try not to spam. Okay. I'm writing on top. Can you? Okay. Can? Felix, try not to spam something that is not related to science. Okay, so let's look at B. Okay, so B, based on the table of results, how was the brightness of the lamp affected when the number of times John's pedal increased? Okay, so everybody, this is like a relationship question, right? Very good. I saw someone write relationship just now. Okay, so now when it's a relationship question, right? They are asking how was the brightness affected? So when you pedal more, okay, you look at the relationship, what do you notice? As John pedaled the bicycle more, that means as the number of times he pedaled increases, what happens to the brightness? What happens to the brightness, everybody? Yeah, you can, definitely cannot see the full question because the life is the yes. Okay, so but I'm focusing on B now, but you have to look at the table. That's why I focus on the table first. What happens if the pedal more? There's no such thing as sleeping potential energy. Yes, yes, very good, Ethan. Okay, brightness of the bulb also increases. Good. Okay. Yes, it's a relationship question. All right, I'm gonna move on. Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna write it down here. So I need to say that the brightness. Okay, for this, right, you can straight away answer the question. You don't need to repeat like, oh, when the number of times John's pedal on the bicycle per minute increase, then what happened? Don't need. Just straight away answer how the brightness is affected. Okay, you can say the brightness of the lamp increased. Yes, this is P6. Very good, Yogi. Everyone okay? Okay, I'm gonna move on. So let's look at C. Now, C, we are supposed to explain. Well, this one is longer one. This is the longer question. Explain in terms of energy conversion based on your answer given in part B. So just now I went through, right? What is the whole process from the start to the end? Okay, so yes, this is the one that you say converted to what? Okay, what energy convert to what? So let's start from the start. So let's focus from the start as the number of times John pedaled increases. So let's do step by step, okay? Don't worry if you are bad at this, the most important thing is improve and learn from it. Okay, so we start from the start. As John pedaled more times, we don't need to start from the chemical and potential energy because the relationship starts with pedaling already. Okay, so when John pedals more, or as the number of times John's pedal increase, what happens? What energy increases? Don't need to mention about faster speed. Straight away say what energy increases. Do you know what energy increases? Energy? When more kinetic energy, very good. Okay, there will be more kinetic energy of the pedal converted to more what? Number of pedals. Oh, don't need to mention the per unit time, Lancer. It's not necessary here. You won't get additional mark if you write that. The more you pedal, very straightforward. The more you pedal, the more kinetic energy you have. Then after that, it will be converted to more good, more electrical energy here. Okay, so when it's converted to more electrical energy of the generator, it can be converted to more what? More what? Everybody? After electrical energy? More? Yeah, there's a word limit. More. Don't need to mention heat. The main focus is not about heat actually. More light energy. Very good. So more light energy. So it will become brighter. Brightness of the lamp would increase. So you are answering, you're explaining for your part B. Okay? And very good. A lot of you send in the correct answers. Very good. Okay, yes, it will make the bulb brighter. So let me write in point form. So firstly, you need to mention, okay, your kinetic energy converted to electrical energy, okay, converted to light energy. Okay, so let's start. We can have to say as John pedaled more times. Okay, as John pedaled more times, okay, more kinetic energy of the moving pedal. Okay, when it comes to energy, right, please take note to mention of what. Okay, of the moving pedals is converted. You see, we use the word is converted to more electrical energy of the generator. Okay, then after subsequently, okay, we have to continue, which is converted to more. Everybody do take note to use comparison words like more. Okay? Because the main thing is increased. Increase means more. You need to explain why is it increasing. All right. If you all miss out the word more, you will lose marks. Okay? Converted, which is converted to more light energy. It's about us will be brighter. Sir, I didn't say that you don't need to write that. You can write that if you want, but it doesn't award you with any extra marks. This is sufficient enough. Everyone, okay? Hello. All right, so I'm gonna highlight the key thing. Okay. If you pedal more, how can you be slower than the other person if you're using the exact same bike? I am a bit lost there. Uh, okay, so everybody, I'm gonna highlight the key things. Pedal more times. Okay. More kinetic energy. Then there will be more than one change variable of Lancer. Then that will not be a fair experiment, right? All the questions here are based on a fair experiment. Okay, so moving pedal converted more electrical energy, converted more light energy, thus it will be brighter. Okay? Everyone okay? Okay, I'm gonna move on. Unfortunately, it's primary 6. Frequency is not tested at all for science. Okay, everyone, I'm gonna move on to question 4. Okay, so let's move on to question 4. All right, so let's go on. We're not enough time for Kahoot. So last question over here. Okay, so over here, Ray set up an experiment as shown below. Second last question. Okay, he released the wooden block from the top of the ramp and measured the distance traveled by the block and the time taken. Okay, so his results are shown in the graph below. Okay, and what happened is Ray repeated the experiment by applying oil to the surface of an identical ramp. All right, so very straightforward. Everybody, let me go down, okay? Okay, so let me go down. All right, and for A, state which graph correctly represents the setup with oil added to the ramp. Okay, so which one do you think, if I add oil, what do you think will be the distance? Oil reduced friction, very good. So which one would it, which graph would it be? One, okay? Yeah, P, does, okay. Why, I seen P, I seen S. The correct answer is P. Why? Is because it reaches 60 cm within a shorter time. You all notice, right? The rest took a longer time. The further, hey, hello, everybody, don't get confused with the graph, okay? Over here, it shows me that the time, it takes a longer time. The further it goes means it takes a longer time to reach 60 cm. Okay, so the correct answer is P. Yes, P took a shorter time to reach 60 cm. Okay, so that means it goes down faster. That means it reduces frictional force. Yes, correct. So everybody, let's look at B. So B, explain why you have chosen that. Okay, so everybody, in A grader science, even in school, you all learn CER, right? CER. Okay, so in here we use DSL. Why do you choose P? You must firstly, D means describe the graph. Describe the results. Okay, S means the science concept. What is it related to? So you need to say that, okay, talk about the oil. Okay, take note, okay, yes. Okay, so you must say that P took a shorter time. Okay, then the science concept is, why does it take a shorter time? Oil acts as a lubricant. Which one? Reduces? Yes, friction. Frictional force between what and what? Between what then what? Don't put less grimly. Always remember, talk about frictional force. You must say between what and what? Between the block and the this one. No ball, no ball. Block and the ram. Okay, so it reduces frictional force between the block and the ram. All right, link it to forces as well. So it will be graph. Link it to graph P. Okay, it should go down faster. Okay, so I'm gonna, yes. Okay, so I'm gonna write down. It's okay. Okay, I'm gonna write it down. Okay, so you must say P took a shorter time. Okay, P shows a shorter time to reach 60 cm. Okay, this is your describing the graph. Then your science concept. as oil acts as a lubricant. A frictional force between the block and the ramp is reduced. Okay, thus the block traveled down the ramp stuck. I'm going to highlight the key things. All right, so please remember, shorter time, oil acts as a lubricant, frictional force between the block and the ramp is reduced, so the block will be faster. Okay? Yeah, after this page, after 38, after this one, yeah, after this question, no, over here, no more already. So after this question, see. Okay? Okay, I'm gonna move on. Okay, over here. Do you understand? Do you need me to explain some more? Do you have any questions so far? No? Okay, very good. Okay, good. So let's look at C. If you don't know the answers, you can tell me. These are very straightforward. Without changing, okay, the plastic ramp, okay, suggests one change to set up A so that the wooden block will take a longer time to reach the bottom. If I want to take a longer time, means what? Changing the ramp, that means you only can shift things around, move things around. Add sandpaper. Okay, not exactly wrong. Okay, so everybody, okay, if I want to have take a longer time, means that it must have lesser energy. Lesser energy. So if not, you must have more friction. There are two ways, right? So some of you say, I want to add sandpaper. Okay, can who is Hyunjin? Hyunjin, is it some K-pop star? So, but how to make the rain ruffle user? User 7456. So long. How do you make your how to make the rain ruffle? What can you do? Okay, those of you who want to say make the rain ruffle, right? You all must suggest a change. That means to make the rain ruffle, what must you do? You add sandpaper, okay, can. All right, I not wrong. All right, then what about if I want to go to the less energy part? Some of you mentioned, you see here, let me scroll up, okay? Do I do to this one? I can change what? Buffer wood, cannot change the plastic ram. We cannot change the ram. Okay, in terms of energy, very good reverse, we can change the height. How do I change the height? The block, okay, the block, if I change the block, you mean this wooden block? Don't change the block. I want to make the wooden block. See everybody. The wooden block means I want to use the same wooden block. The particular one. So how? Make this thing shorter, is it? Okay, so good. I can decrease the height of H. Make the angle less steep. Okay, make the angle less steep is fine. Okay, but how? How are you gonna make the angle less steep? You can say I want to change, I decrease the height of H. Okay, can? Make H shorter, can. Those of you who put say I want to add sandpaper, okay, can. I give it to you also, not wrong. All right, so let me write this one down. Okay, I can decrease. I write one answer down. Okay, the height of H. Who else got want to share? What is their other answer? Change the H block thingy. Okay, change the H block thingy to shorter. Okay. Write the block thingy in your answer, okay? Hello. Angle less steep. Christine, you're not wrong, but you need to be more specific. How are you gonna make the angle less steep? That means you change the height of H, you change it to a shorter H, the block so that you can have a shorter H, I would accept. Reduce the height of the wooden block. Fine. Okay, if you say right, I want to release the wooden block lower. Also can. Okay? There'll be lesser energy. Okay, but the main thing is, but that's not the best answer actually. Correct? Because the surface is still the same. And everything else. Okay, Ken? You add things in front. You can add things, but must be more specific. Okay, tomato, is it called prego? Okay, all right. So everyone, okay? Are you all ready? You all have any questions? Any questions for this one? Questions. WL. Yeah. No? WL, you have a question, you just type into the chat, later I answer you, okay? Oh, no. Okay, it's Kahoot time. Yes, everybody. So stay tuned for the Kahoot. Let me go through the rules first, okay? Okay. Everybody, let me go through the Kahoot rules first. So please take note, okay, for the Kahoot, right? You're supposed to join the Kahoot with your name, okay? But the second step is important, okay? If you are the top 3 winners, you have to screenshot your results. When you screenshot, they'll indicate whether you're first place, second place, third place, right? Okay, screenshot the results. Then you can DM us by sending in your screenshot on TikTok. Okay, it's over here. The link is the at A Grader LC. Okay, and after that, or you can send it to this phone number. You all can take a screenshot now, so you know the instructions. Okay, you can take a photo. Okay, take a photo. All right, you can take a photo first, so you know the instructions. Okay, so everybody, let me share the Kahoot thing first on my screen. Give me a moment, Oh, you see, you will win. Oh, why do you say it? What egoist? Okay. The game is random. Actually, we don't know. The previous lives, it has been like blind box. But don't expect like Labubu kind of blind box, okay? That one a bit too expensive. Blind box. Smeagol items, if I'm not wrong. So tell me your name. You just screenshot. Then to prove that when the moment of the screenshot is a very solid proof that you are like either first, second, or third place already. Okay, then you just send your screenshot over. Doesn't mean it must be exactly the same as your TikTok name or whatsoever. Don't need. Okay, okay? All right, so let me share my screen for the Kahoot. And y'all can join. The pin is above. Let me close this one first. I'll key in the code also, okay, onto the chat, so you know which one to join, what to join. This is the Kahoot code. Try whether this works or not. Okay, I show you this one, okay? Oh, yeah, I cannot also. Okay, never mind. Okay, everyone, okay? Okay, I am going to start soon. I count down, okay? 5, All the best, everybody. You on your laptop, you Google Kahoot. All right, then you just key in the code that I just sent. Okay, you just join through the pin. Don't have phone, never mind. Join. If you have a device on your laptop whatsoever, you don't need to be viewing this live first. You just join the Kahoot first. It's fine. But don't turn off the live lah. You just join in another browser. Okay, Ken. This is the pin I send again. Okay, so good luck. I'm starting. Those of you who want to join, you can join halfway actually, no problem, by just using the pin. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Okay, start. Good luck, everybody. What factor can affect the amount of gravitational force acting on an object? It's gravitational force. Hello. Yeah, Carlos, right. It's like a trick question. A lot of you keep thinking gravitational potential energy, height. No, that is for gravitational potential energy. This is gravitational force. Okay? Mass of an object affects the gravitational force. Not height. Height is gravitational potential energy. Alright, so you must be very careful, okay? So it's okay. You can just screenshot. Oh, YS. You consistently going number one. So the following is not, read the question properly, not the effect of forces. Not. Not. Okay, oh, most of you got it correct. Ice melting is not an effect of force. It's just one of the processes that causes your substance to change in state. The rest is a force, right? Kicking, it causes a moving object to move. It causes a stationary object to move. Okay, a car coming to a stop, it causes a moving object to come to a stop. All right, crushing, you're changing the shape. Cutting a piece of paper, you're changing the shape. Turning the bicycle left when cycling, you're changing direction. Remember the 5 effects of forces. Okay? Can abracadabra. Okay, next. Okay, good job. All right, this one I mentioned already, okay? Move stationary object, stop while moving object, change direction, speed, and shape are the 5 effects of forces. Okay, so let me move on. Why do I see Harry Potter here? Capybara lover, you become Harry Potter. Which of the following are ways to reduce frictional force? Do you know? Time is running out. Head rollers. Okay, very good. Okay, to reduce frictional force, most of you got it correct. Don't increase the mass, okay? Increase the mass does not reduce frictional force. It increases gravitational force. Okay, I add lubricant to make it smoother. Add rollers or wheels to reduce frictional force. Increasing the speed just increase kinetic energy. Nothing to do with reducing frictional force. Okay? Okay, so very good. A lot of you got it correct. Why do you call wife? Okay, but okay, let's move on, okay? This one must type. What force caused the boy to slow down to a stop? Just write one word. One word is good enough. You want to write 2 words also can. But one word is good enough. Type down, okay, the word. It's good enough. Frictional force, friction. We give you a clue. We accept friction force. Lucky no one friction force. Okay, grammatically wrong, but we still give it to you all. No, 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 grammatically wrong, but we still give it to you all. Okay, if you ever put it, but luckily you no one got friction force. Okay, so everyone good. Okay, friction is not accepted. Capybara lover, you see the word friction at the bottom. Frictional is also accepted. Yeah, I see. You can write one word also. That's what I say. Why you say friction is wrong, capybara lover? It's okay. Some school teachers accept the word friction. PSLD accept the word friction also. Why you say wrong? Do you spell it wrongly? Okay, everybody. Yeah, maybe she spelled wrongly. Maybe accidentally keyed wrongly. Too fast, is it? Friction is correct. Maybe you accidentally like key in the wrong thing. Yeah, maybe accidentally spell wrongly. Affect amount of elastic spring force is how much you compress the spring or how much you stretch the spring or how stiff the spring is. Okay, a stiffer spring will exert more elastic spring force. Stiffer means sometimes you press the spring, then you feel that, hey, why this spring so hard to press? That is a stiffer spring. Okay, okay, all right. So very good. The rest no. Okay, length. If I have a 10 cm spring and I have a 5 cm spring, if I I compress it 5 cm, I compress down 5 cm, the energy is the same. Okay, the amount of elastic spring force is the same. Okay, so I'm gonna press next. Unless you compress it differently, then it will be different. Okay, next one. Not today, unfortunately. There's no P4 math, I don't think we have P4 lives. Oh, okay, everybody. Frictional force that acts upon object as it travel through the air is called air resistance. Very good. What projectile motion? What you are? Some of you. Okay. Motion is the opposite of friction. Friction go against motion. So even you want to choose projectile motion, okay, yeah, it's not supposed to go. It's not supposed to go against the direction of movement. Okay. It's okay then. Okay, so over here, most of you got it correct. Very good. Okay, always remember, just now I verbally tell you all some more. Friction acts in a direct, it opposes motion, it goes against motion, which is your movement. Okay, so good. Last one, everybody, all the best. This one, I say just now already. See whether you all remember or not. Just the first question in Kahoot. Okay. As mass increases, gravitational force increases as well. Very good. Okay, imagine you are Earth and you're trying to pull people onto the ground. Okay, if it's an elephant, it's harder for it to pull to the ground. If it's an apple, it's easier for it to pull to the ground. Don't need to use so much force. Correct? So the heavier an object, as the mass increase, the more gravitational force is required. Okay, so oh no, it's okay. All right, so everybody, the podium. Third place goes to YS. Very good. Please take a screenshot, the top three. Second place goes to Foxy. First place goes to... Hello, why is Skibidi Sigma? take a screenshot. And then, okay, these are the instructions. Okay, let me unshare this again. Let me unshare this, okay? I unshare this first, okay? And then a gentle reminder, these are the rules again. Okay, take a screenshot if you want to know how to send. And everybody, just a gentle reminder, we do have online classes for P5 and P6. All the subjects listed there, Sec 1 and Sec 2 for math as well. Okay? And see you next live, which is tomorrow. Not me, okay? Next live is not me. Tomorrow, we are going to have P5 English and Sec 1 and 2 math. All right? Okay? So you all remember, take a screenshot of your Kahoot score, okay? You exit, then no choice already. Okay? Take a screenshot and send. Okay? So I'll see you all 2 weeks later. Okay? Bye. All the best for your WAs. Bye. Oh, 13 is not bad already. 100%. Hello. Okay, this is how to send. Take a screenshot of the instructions, okay? You can take, yeah, over here. I'm sharing the instructions. You'll just take a screenshot, then follow the instructions on top here. Okay, make sure you took a screenshot of your ranking first. First, second, and third place. Okay, we have presents. It's very good reverse. I'm very sure you can do better. Just improve. Okay, so I see ya. I'm gonna end the live. Thanks for coming. Bye.